She was taken by surprise again when he released most of her and grabbed her tightly by the arm with both hands. Suddenly he began to spin before throwing her hard at the ground, but Sylvie landed on her feet and smirked up at him. Jacob was surprised, disappointed he'd wasted his opportunity. But then as he fell, Sylvie realized he had jumped them right over the gap between Yggdrasil and the cloudy floor. She started running toward him and reached out, calling his name, but she was surprised when he used a burst of flame from his foot to recover and land just fine at the edge. "Jacob! Oh, jeez. Don't scare me like that. I thought you were about to fall," she scolded. Jacob just scratched the back of his neck and chuckled. "Come on, you really think I would do something so foolish on accident?" he replied. "No, I thought you were doing it on purpose," she said in a huff, having thought Jacob was throwing himself into Niflheim so he could explore. "Don't be silly. I might be a little thoughtless sometimes, but I'm not that bad," he said with a grin. "Now then, what do you say we take this up a notch?" he asked with excitement, pulling off his scarf and jacket before folding them up and setting them down behind him. Sylvie was excited to get serious, so she retook her stance, but a little surprised when instead of retaking his, Jacob seemed to tense up, clenching nearly every muscle in his body as his power started climbing. Jacob's deep green eyes started flashing bright golden as his power continued to rise, and wind started rushing away from him in all directions. But Sylvie gasped when Jacob's scarf and coat were blown away in the draft, wafting right over the gap into Niflheim. "Huh? Jacob!" she shouted as she started running toward it. Jacob was surprised but traced her eyes, shocked to find his beloved scarf drifting over the expanse. Without thinking, he leaped after it, managing to snatch it right out of the air. However, Sylvie was completely aghast as Jacob disappeared from view completely, suddenly vanished into thin air along with his scarf and jacket. She looked around wildly as she wondered what she would do, hoping he would reappear in just a moment or two using fire to ascend past the cloudy barrier. When he didn't reappear after 10 seconds, Sylvie was beside herself, stomping her feet in a frustrated dance of irritation and confusion. "Oh, damn him," she said to herself, left with only one choice in mind. With no other options left, she steeled herself, clenched her fists, and jumped over the edge, plugging her nose with her finger and thumb, and holding her breath like she was jumping into a lake.